Number 10, Sean O'Sullivan. Number 11, Jack O'Sullivan.
You should be able to hear each other now.
Okay, welcome to Morton Stadium today for the Irish Domestic Clubs 13 versus the English Lions under 23. I'm joined here by Paul Cullen, the Ireland under 19 manager, and also helped with the Ireland Domestic Club side. The squad features a number of Irish domestic teams and anyone that's represented an Irish clubs team throughout the year. So it's a huge game for these guys today. After, especially Paul, were you over at the Keeley game this year where they managed to get a victory?
Yeah, no, I wasn't at that game. I went to Featherstone and watched the boys play. Yeah, look, it's great to see the development of the Irish team. They're bringing on the younger guys. As I said, there's several of these guys that are playing today that were with me over in Serbia last year. So, you know, it's great, and it's going to be a really good game, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely. It's Fiag Millward kicking off the game there for us. As you can see from probably on the link, this pitch has actually been shortened for numerous reasons. The pitch has been shortened due to a heavy rainfall in Dublin. No surprise that the Irish weather, Paul, has succumbed to the game here today, and unfortunately we want to keep the Italy game to have full pitch, so we had to sacrifice a few yards on the pitch here today.
Yeah, I'm sure the forwards aren't going to give out too much with a narrower pitch, so let's see how they get on.
Yeah, definitely. So we see the English hooker there taking the ball, and they've got a lot of yardage there from 2 carries, and you can see the control in the tackle from the Irish guys is quite good from the start. So I'd say Ireland will be quite happy there with that now. It's a good defensive set, get the ball turned over, get their hands on the ball and win an early penalty for a high tackle. So that will definitely settle the nerves for a lot of these guys. A lot of them have actually been in the team of the year for this year. for the domestic side, especially Feig there kicking the ball, who's moved over and playing his trade in with Gloucester University at the minute. So he's one player to definitely watch, and it's maybe a position that Ireland have struggled over the last couple of years, is to get a decent standoff. So Feig has been a player to really recognise, and we've Emmett Bannahan playing the ball with Patrick Anglin playing out the match, who are Shaggy Towie.
Just a little knock on there now, just. Okay, I'm sure the guys are going to get set now into a defensive set now, so all eyes up and keep an eye on the ball.
Yeah, I'd say nerves just settling in there a little bit, and hopefully when they get in the ball, Towie is one of those players that's been in the senior squad and was over in Spain as a travelling reserve. He's come through Galway Trialsman, again a fantastic player, and a huge appetite for rugby league, very physical, and you can see there it's a great tackle there with 3 lads in the tackle, with Ewan Tiernan working back into the A defender. Definitely the shorter pitch today is going to suit the forwards. It's a lot tighter. I can see, I don't know about you, Paul, but I can see this game being very tight and nip and tuck, because it's not much room for the wingers on the outside.
Okay, well, there's England's first try.
So yeah, we see England go over in the corner, just catch Ireland a bit short on the outside, probably overcompensated on the inside, but definitely the shorter pitch probably catching them out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a full length pitch to the left hand side as we're looking at it. The goalposts are the try line, whereas on the right hand side it's brought in 10 metres from the goalpost. That's why you saw him going over on the 10 metre line. That's the try line for today's game. At the far side of the pitch you'll see the cones, again that's brought in 10 metres just due to a water surface.
Yeah, that was Jack Watts going over in the corner for England. Now the conversion to come.
Try scored by number 4, Jack Watts, successfully converted by number 2, Sam Arrowsmith.
I'd say Wayne Cairn, Kenny Calladine and Paul Varga are definitely trying to get the message onto the pitch to just get a good defensive set here, keep England in their half, and hopefully if they get to a 40 and force them into a kick, I'd say it'd be a good set for them. Paul, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a break now, well covered by Emmett, I think it is. Yeah, if they can keep the ball down in here, put pressure on the English to kick the ball, hopefully the fullback Sam McCullen or the wingers will return it. Yeah, and we'll start our own set positively.
Yeah, it was definitely a positive first couple of sets for Ireland, and they just, a small handling error really let them down, and they just probably let their heads down a little bit. But there's Feig putting in a huge tackle on the English centre, and 3 lads into the tackle. It's excellent work there on the ground and slowing them down. And another good tackle, and Matthew Towie and Ewan Tiernan throwing their body weight around.
There's a big test. Oh.
So it's a knock on there for Ireland, with England definitely sent down the scrum, and will be quite happy with that set for themselves. Ireland just haven't really got a foothold in this game yet, but definitely hoping to just try and see out this phase of play, and England definitely have to rub of the green and just probably getting the bounce of the ball. But as you can see from the lower right hand side of the pitch over towards the kind of Santry end is kind of very, very boggy and very difficult to defend in.
And they're going down that wide end again. Well tackle.
It's a good tackle there, a scramble defence on the outside, and definitely don't want to let any easy hit. And a silly error, if you
Silly
like,
error,
from
yeah.
as in had 4 tackles to go and probably just wasted the ball there at hooker.
They did, yeah, like a kind of a wasted pass. He tried to throw the ball in between his legs, and the winger was obviously not as aware as he was. So look, it's a let off for Ireland. We have the ball now. Let's complete the set and try and ping the English boys back down into their own 20.
It's a let off, but I think it's definitely something Ireland needed, though, to maybe get themselves into the game here and maybe see how to get a good set, get a completion, and get into the English half and get some hands on the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's Jack O'Sullivan with a dominant carry, and we'll take that with getting the penalty for offside, which is happy days.
Yeah, Jack was one of the boys that were over in Serbia last year now, and he was a real addition to the 19s team.
Yeah, he was over also with the Irish students this year, and actually got the Players Player of the tournament as well. So you can see how much he's come on in the last couple of years, and especially another player actually playing with Gloucester, and you've Paul Bulger there as well that's playing with Gloucester. There's 3 guys over there in Gloucester University, and you've Kevin Varg over playing with Leeds Beckett. There's a lot of these guys that are actually playing in England, which is great to see.
Yeah, it's brilliant. Like, all the experience that they're getting, and it's through the hard work that they put in with RLI that they're getting these opportunities now in college. So it's great to see. That's Patrick Anglin, our hooker.
And just Shane Kelly just seeing up the ball, shoring it up, getting back, showing his experience just to complete the tackle and see the ball. And it's a good set for Ireland getting inside the England 20. Hopefully now they can show a little bit. So this ball at the back, if Feig showing an under, giving it to Jack O'Sullivan, gets another big carry, forcing another penalty, which is great. That's 2 penalties in a row that Jack's actually got there.
Yeah, it just shows his great work rate. He's looking to carry the ball and getting the just rewards. There's Ewan going crashing the ball up. Good D takes 3, the English boys to take him down.
We'll take it back. Ewan actually got himself the name Mad Dog over with the students, and I'd say if you watch the game for the next bit, you'll know why, because he's a incredible ball carrier, and you can see there the speed he takes the ball. It takes 3 lads to take him down, but he still finds his front, which is excellent work from Ewan. It's a nice settler there for Ireland, again using Jack O'Sullivan. Seems like a key player there to use on the outside.
Absolutely, yeah, and he's hungry for the ball, which is great. Yeah, Patrick's very alive. He's very good at sniping tries. He scored a couple first against Scotland under 19s earlier on this year.
Yeah, you can see there that error from England has really cost them there the last bit. Ireland have got 3 penalties on the bench. Now James Spencer's having a word with the England captain, maybe giving them a warning about the number of penalties. Yeah,
well, the penalties, look where they were. They're all within the 20-metre mark. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a talking to and put the English boys on notice.
Yeah, hopefully Patrick Anglin can keep the guys calm and don't get white line fever around this area. And if we can just keep the pressure on, we could maybe get a try and force a little bit of pressure and equal up the scoreline. Shane Kelly just getting a bit of a gap, a soft shoulder. It's not bad.
Yeah, he doesn't need a big gap in fairness to him. So.
Small guy myself, so I'm not going to say too much there. I'll back him up.
Okay, we have numbers now on the left hand side there, so we can look it up.
Patrick again really lively around that edge of the ruck, and definitely making 4 or 5 defenders stick around that ruck, and it leaving a lot of space out wide, as we can see now. He puts it wide, but it just goes backwards, so it's okay. It's not too bad. And he goes, Sam Cullen. Oh, it just goes to the ground again. Matt Connolly, can he finish on the outside? Matt uses a lot of his strength, forces himself over. Does the referee award it? He's going to have a word with his touchy. What does?
Yeah.
I don't know, definitely from up here, it looked like he might have got it down.
Absolutely, yeah. He's looking at the touch shows thinking, yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, definitely you can see there. The Irish guys aren't running back, they're quite happy. Right. Seems like these.
I'm not too sure what.
No, he hasn't given it. We're back to 0.
Yeah.
Shocked there, call. Maybe I suppose we're a good bit away. The touch had the best angle, but I thought he got it down on the outside.
Yeah.
Again, using that corner, they're really strong in this left edge for Ireland, and
Matt Connolly
again giving it out, and Sam O'Sullivan there, and As you can see, we're really putting them under a lot of pressure. Feig with the ball, drops Matthew Towie under, and again he takes 4 lads to take him down, which is a huge effort there from Ireland. Ewan again, high tackle there again.
Yeah, the referee's already spoken to the English boys.
Yeah, something has to come now.
Yeah, it has to.
Yeah.
At this stage, yeah.
There've been clinical penalties given away in key areas for Ireland, really slowing down the momentum.
Yeah, what's okay.
Surely that's the final warner now for England.
You can only speak to someone so many times. So, look, we're in a good position again. We've got a full set to complete. So,
this is going to take its toll. It's a heavy pitch, a lot of defending. Hopefully, just Ireland can keep calm now and just see out this, and hopefully get a score at the least. Gives it out Feig again, linking up really well with Shane Kelly there on the outside. Two very, very nice players to be playing 6 and 7.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, some great skills with them. There goes
Patrick finds a bit of a gap. Again. Surely that's a strip.
Okay, there was definitely 2 in that tackle from here.
Yeah, the penalty's seen it.
Hang on, eyes. And yet another penalty inside the 10-metre mark for Ireland.
Actually finding a bit of a gap there.
Gets the head down shoulder. Strong, yeah. Ewan is on the...
Shane linking up with
hit
Feig.
Sam and Feig.
Go on, Sam.
Go on, Sam. Sam and Feig both played 19s with each other, so they know each other very well.
Yeah, you can really see how both of them have come on, both in physicality and in their skill, and I suppose that leads down to the likes of Casey Dunn, who's the domestic performance.
And Ewan is over. They're looking at each other.
Ewan, and they try Ward's it.
Ward's a try. Great stuff. Well done.
That was excellent work there from Ewan Tiernan.
Try scored by number 13, Ewan Tiernan.
So if Fiat Millward taking their conversion now, let's see how he gets on. A right-footed kicker, so
Conversion unsuccessful. The score is England 6, Ireland 4.
so we've had the ball quite a lot in that last probably 14 minutes, so we'll be getting the ball now. Let's see if we complete this set and ping those English lads back into their 20 again.
Yeah, definitely. And I think another thing worth mentioning is, if you're watching the link now, is definitely to hang around, because the big World Cup qualifying game is on next, and it's on at 7 p.m. and surely going to be a humdinger of a game. Both sides winning 1-1 with their last game, both beating Spain. So it's not uncharted territory for either side. They've met each other in the 2017 World Cup, which was the last time the sides met, but I could definitely see both sides have a lot of new players, a lot of new young lads, especially the Irish side, Paul. As you can see from that side, the average age is definitely under 24 at the minute.
Yeah, it's a very young squad, as is this. Two of the guys starting today were under 19s of James Mulvaney and Ronan Michael. They both played 19s this year, and they're both stepping up now to the senior level, which is great. Just the pathway the RLA are using at the moment, it seems to be working well.
Yeah, that pathway is really working. As you can see, a lot of these players, even on the pitch here today at this game, they've all come through either under 16, 19 or student level and have played with their domestic clubs. So you can see that pathway is really working. Probably the first kick that Feig's got into the game to challenge the English back three.
That's a great hit there now.
That's an excellent hit on his back, finished nicely. Ewan again throwing his body weight around. It's an excellent hit there from Conor Creevy. Really met him.
Yeah, they seem to be focusing on that left side. So yeah, if they can keep those defensives up, they'll have to change their tactics.
I suppose after the last phase of play, you wouldn't really go down the Irish left-hand side, would you? They're probably going to try to test the right side, because that's where they got their success for the first try.
Yeah, absolutely. That's another strong run by the English flop. Taking 3 of our boys to put it around. I think Sean O'Sullivan is coming back. It's a little bit lethargic.
Oh, go on, we can get on that. Shusev's wheels. Matt Connolly has a lot of wheels if he can keep himself going. Keep him in the...
Oh, very strong running by Matt. And he's still
going.
He's still... 1, 2...
Excellent work from
4
Matt
English
there.
boys to take Matt down.
So it's in a dry day, you would have backed either Joseph or Matt. Just the pitch is probably a little bit heavy for running rugby.
It is. Well, although this side isn't too bad now. It's the far side, as you can see in the right corner, is quite mucky. Here's another penalty for Ireland again.
Conor Creevy is probably his first real meaningful carry of the game, and again taking 3 English lads with him, which was fine as front and great work.
Yeah, Conor's a real honest player. His brother Owen is actually on the subs bench or interchange bench as well. Two Longhorns players in Ireland, and they're just 2 good guys. They're very strong ball carriers.
Yeah, they both have a similar style of play if you want. Owen's probably the more skillful on the wing, probably has a nice sidestep on him. Connor's definitely puts his head where you wouldn't put your hands at times.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Another great area for the Irish boys to be in. Get to Fiach out the ball to Sam Cullen. He steps in.
That left side, they're getting a lot of work on the left side, and they're getting a lot of effort. It's a nice kick in there.
Where's the D?
To get a repeat set. That's not bad.
That's very, very
that's
good.
Not bad.
That is where you want to be starting their defence. That's it. We'll just keep them stuck in
again.
There.
Wayne Kerr definitely be very happy finishing inside their 10 there on that.
You can't ask for any more. Now we just kind of keep them there. We'll get our wingers to drop in the full back, and then we return it hopefully.
It's a good kick. It's going to hold up well in that corner, and it's a heavy corner, so it's a great kick.
Sam exit,
really well there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, good pressure from the 2 English boys.
England's defence has just got a little bit disjointed there as we see as the game goes on. As Ireland seems to get a bit of pressure on them, they seem to come up in a dog leg a little bit. Yeah,
they're quite broken. Yeah, I'm sure the Irish boys are noticing that too, and they're going to just keep pounding the middles and looking for the gaps, which will hopefully come. Shane Kenny again into Shaggy.
It was a good tackle there.
It was, yeah. He wasn't getting sold any dummy there. Another good kick. And his Irish line comes up.
Yeah, Patrick did well there, taking over the responsibility when he knew his halfback was down. And so as England really defended well there. We did say they were disjointed, but they managed to scramble well and keep Ireland inside their own half.
They did, but look, they're in their own 20 playing out now, so a scrappy start for Ireland, but they've seemed to have gathered their wits now, and they're playing quite more cohesively.
Yes, we go past the 20-minute mark. Ireland have really settled into the game. I know they might be behind on the score line as a result of a conversion, but they've definitely really showed their own, and that was a nice tackle there from Fake.
Yeah. That's another high ball to test.
Penalty there for England, and I was just going to say actually that the Irish discipline had been very good, but
yeah, I'm not too sure what that was for. Shane Kelly gathered the ball,
but the only thing I can think is offside, but it didn't look like it from here anyway.
No, I thought he was well enough back, but look, he played a whistle.
That's it. The discipline's been quite good, and the penalty
great tackle there.
Excellent tackle there again.
good line with the loose Irish.
Yeah, they're really playing flat to that line, and them runners are really giving Ireland a lot to think about there on the outside.
Yeah, and they seem to be hitting that ball at pace now. It's a 2-on-1 off the exit. Oh.
Sowerby, is it?
So terrible, yeah.
Try score by number 1, Tom Sowerby.
Yeah, just a disappointing end to that set there for Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah, it was. They came to this near wing, as you said, and it's just unfortunately his feet slipped off one of the tackles. It's all part of the game, and the boys will regroup. We've had the possession for most of the game, so
the only thing I'd say is if there's any way to be happy when conceding a try, it's conceding it out wide rather than through the middle.
And this is the wider end of the pitch, because you see the far side there's 10 metres in, so it's a decent kick from here. The English number 10, Jack Giorgio, and 13, Sam Lewis, have been climbing the ball into contact really, really strong. They're very strong ball carriers. They were involved in that set now, so it was something the Irish boys have to keep an eye on.
Conversion is unsuccessful. The scores are now England 10, Ireland 4.
So if people at home are wondering why I'm going offline a little bit, is that we've multitasking here, Paul. We're trying to do social media, we're trying to do the stadium announcement, and we're also trying to commentate in the game, so it's it's not a bad day's work for ourselves, I'd say.
Yeah, it's not since about 5 minutes before kick-off I was told I was doing this, so you're doing a fine job.
Yeah. We knew you had the voice for it, Paul, but so that's what we asked you.
Yeah, okay. Irish line up nice and fast there now, putting pressure on the thing. The main thing is here just not concede any penalties and just keep that defensive line going. It's good. Oh, it's a great hit in the way Matthew Tui.
Yeah, if they can just see out this now and just get back into the game, because hopefully the heads won't drop, because they're actually quite good for that passage of play for the last 15 minutes. They were definitely the better side, I'd say.
Yeah, an excellent passage of play.
It's an excellent offside on the outside, and the English.
And into
surely that's in touch.
Yeah, it's in touch.
England aren't really happy.
But he was straight on it. He was looking straight at it.
You could see that from here. I know we're up the back of the stand, but definitely was in touch.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, Josh Poskett, he's definitely been a handful there on the outside, and Ireland will be quite happy with that, to just get their hands back in the ball and hopefully kill the momentum that England have started to gather.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt Connolly committed to the tackle and he made it, so it was kind of up to someone else to make, and he did, and he got him into touch, which now it's an Irish ball.
We've Phil Morrison now on it, playing in, which should be good. I think he's come on for Patrick Anglin, I think, is it?
Yeah, I don't think Patrick out there at the moment, yeah.
Phil's another player that's come through from the Northern Ireland system, if you like, he's come up through there, and he's actually played with a lot of clubs up north, and he's another player that's really improved over the last while. Broke his ribs actually against Featherstone, but managed to come back fit to play for this game.
Yeah, he's great. He's a great lad. I spent some time with him when we were in Kilfee, and yeah, he's just a good player. So a crash ball in. This is a good set from Ireland. There's 3 English boys on the Irish lad, so yeah, have the ball. Oh, nice little hand off by Jack. 2 hand off by Jack, yeah.
Really showing his strength there. For only a young lad, he's a serious strength.
Yeah, and if you talk to the chap, he's the most mild-natured. He's a real nice guy. Wouldn't like to be on the end of those handoffs, though.
It's an excellent kick there in the outside, and Kevin Varga chasing that
Good
ball
line,
down
Kev,
really
yeah.
well.
Oh yeah, Kevin's is playing over in Leeds now, and he's doing really well.
You can see the experience coming in, because a lot of the guys at home mightn't realise a lot of these Irish guys only pick up the game when they're 17, 18, and there's not many opportunities here until you reach that age here in Ireland to play rugby league.
Yeah, again, it's developing. We've had an under 16s team play Scotland now twice, so again, the pathways are there, and the guys are using those pathways. Again, Phil Morrison, they're getting a big hit.
Yes, we're looking there. There's 130 people watching us here online, Paul. So we're obviously doing something right if we're keeping them there. If you just want to mention what country you're watching from, and we'll see around the world where Rugby League Ireland is reaching, it'd be great, because it's definitely a big diaspora of Irish people down around Australia and stuff. And maybe you're watching that late at night, and that's a cracking tackle.
Absolutely cracking, but probably one of the smallest men on the pitch making that biggest tackle of the game so far.
I think that just goes back to what we were saying earlier about Phil, as in his dedication, his commitment is unbelievable, and broke his ribs, still comes back fit for this and makes the biggest tackle of the game. I thought it was a harsh call, but he did lift him beyond the horizontal and maybe put him down a little bit.
Straight back into another big tackle then,
Phil's really thrown his body weight around there the last couple of tackles, and Ireland just don't want to stand off too much around their try line. Managed well there with Fig securing the ball, and
it's Joseph, is it? Yeah. And Jack O'Sullivan again. Now they're going wide again. Again, we have the numbers, they don't see it. Oh, well done. It's Ewan Tiernan's making a great tackle.
Yeah, he went quiet there for a while, but that's just excellent defensive work.
Now we have numbers again on the left hand side, but
I suppose Ireland did put them under a lot of pressure, but you can see the English experience when coming into play, when they get into this kind of the calm and the serenity, if you like, in their play of how they're able to just secure the ball and hold on to it. That kick just going a little bit too far.
It's a good set by the English. We're off it. Always keen to kick the ball and just have a look.
Yeah, Matt just really anxious there to get in the ball. Probably hasn't got as much ball as he would have liked on this left hand side, but every time he's got it, he's caused the English winger a handful.
He has, and if you see, he's the one now with the ball in hand, wanting to run it straight at the English, and he's on the wing. So there he goes. He'll take it into contact and
made good yardage. Finds his front.
Yeah. Paul Bulger,
another big ball carrier.
Yeah, great ball carrier. Great engine as well. Like, he'll go all day. And Sean O'Sullivan.
Again, he's another player, an Irish player that's playing over in England at the minute. And you can see is in the experience that they're really bringing in.
Oh yeah, there's Paul showing from the ball again.
Feig just settling it down, and hopefully they can just get their hands on the ball, and Shane getting in there show his experience and giving it to Jack again. Excellent step off his left foot. Excellent work there from Feig. It's a messy set, but it's a completion.
Yeah, absolutely. And kicked into touch.
Just take the sting out of the ball there. We go into the last 10 minutes, lungs are starting to burn, and you just want to calm the ball down, pack in the forwards, and see out this next defensive set, and hopefully they can get their hands on the ball. Maybe get a try before half time. I think they deserve it.
Oh, they do. Like, as we've been in this half a lot more than the English have been in the Irish half. So yeah, if we can keep the boys pinned in here and get a good return, anything could happen. A lot of the Irish boys, as you're saying, have come from union, so they'll have a lot of union traits, whereas the English boys have grown up playing rugby league, or our boys are only kind of new to the game per se.
Yeah, it's definitely a big talking point here in Ireland, but you can definitely see the work that the guys have done in converting the players, and one person in particular that must be mentioned is definitely Casey Dunn for the effort he's put into the domestic game and improving it.
Yeah, Casey's fantastic. He's been on the go with the Irish setup for many years. He's taken the domestic performance role now, and he is so involved in all age groups, from the under-16s up to the senior domestic squad.
But I suppose them efforts can't be made without the help from sponsors. As you can see, the main sponsor, the domestic side, the global components and things like that. The sponsorship is a huge impact because a lot of these players actually pay their own way to play a lot of these international fixtures.
Oh, they do, of course, yeah. Kick the touchdown. They do, and that's just the way that rugby league in Ireland is. A lot of it is self-funded.
Just a fast play of the ball there from England, just catching the Irish guys out of small bit, getting a few easy yards.
Yeah, they're nearly always running onto the ball on the pass.
Just 5 yards out from the line, and this is where they really look dangerous, as in around this area, and the power there from the English. Number 4, Jack Watts, seen over the line, and
yeah, it was just very strong running. I think it was Jack O'Sullivan and he together just weren't able to stop him. But look, it's as I said to you, they're running onto the ball every time.
Yeah, they've got a lot of result down that right hand side now, as in that's 2 tries each time they've attacked down. It's hard to know what's actually going wrong though, because the pitch is quite narrow, so as in, is it just maybe turning their shoulders in too quick or committing too early? What do you think, Paul?
Yeah, it could be. The pitch is still relatively wide, but they're just taking the ball at pace and committing 2 defenders, and unfortunately we're just leaving gaps. When the English come to this side of the pitch, they seem to come back with the results. We've been up in their 20 quite a bit and not so much success.
Yeah, I suppose it's probably just leaving the likes of Matt Connolly on his own out there, trying to deal with too much, really.
I think so, yeah. Now it's a very big wind blowing from left to right as you're watching, so the Ireland will have the advantage of that wind in the second half, so a successful conversion.
Conversion successful. The scores are now England 16, Ireland 4.
Yeah, 6 minutes left now in the game, and I think Ireland just want to settle down, relax, because I think they have a lot more to offer in this game, to be frank.
Oh, they absolutely have, and probably the stats will show that we've had the ball more. It's just that the English boys were able to complete it just that bit better.
Yeah, they've been a lot more clinical in the opposition 10, and that's excellent footwork there for the English when they're just getting them outside of trouble.
Yeah. As you see, every time they run onto the ball, pretty much the guys running on rather than standing still gathering it.
Big ball carrier there for England, just bringing in their fresh legs. And
oh, what a tackle, great tackle.
Josh Poshkett, every time he gets his hand on the ball, he seems to get a break. I don't know how he does it, but he's just managing somehow.
He's definitely got some dancing feet for sure. There's that big 17.
Yeah, that's definitely... Like Mark Lomas there is carrying really well since he's come on.
A great tackle by Shane Kelly. Again, out to the wings. Great defence, held them up just before the line.
Claim for a knock on there, the Irish players, and they get it. Excellent defence.
Yeah, fantastic. Who's breaking up? That's Sam Cullen coming out from the bottom of that. And Shane Kelly.
Yeah, that was definitely a let off. They were under a lot of pressure there on the outside, and as we go into the last 4 minutes, hopefully just Ireland can see this out, get a couple of nice carries, calm it down, and see the game out, this half out, and just regroup.
Yeah, it's imperative now that we don't give away any more penalties.
Oh,
here we go.
Yeah, that was...
There's only so many times the referee's going to have to speak to some of the English boys before...
Yeah, like that. to me that was a lot dangerous, a lot more dangerous than the Irish tackle a bit earlier, and like the tackle was completed and then he finished him on his head. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach and the management staff for the Irish boys are.
Well spotted there by
That's a great kick. Yeah, great kick. Yeah, in the back of the English defence.
Yeah, seen the winger was a little bit high and just nudged him behind. That was excellent. 15 yards out now. Can we get a try?
Of course we can. Matt Connolly with the hand up in the air looking for the ball.
It's a nice carrot there from Emmett Banahan.
Yeah, Emmer's another strong player. Maybe. And then the pass just seems to go down.
Just a little bit below the knee there.
Yeah.
I would have fancied Denny to run over them, to be honest, as if he had got the ball. He's a strong player from the Dublin City Exiles.
Yeah, played a bit of rugby league in Canada as well. There a couple of years before moving back here, so he has a good bit of experience for him.
Yeah, strong player. Another player to make the team of the year as well.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, out of the Dublin City Exiles. They got into the All-Ireland final this year as well against the Longhorns.
They had a fantastic season. Some would say a little bit unlucky in that All-Ireland final, but I think the experience from the Longhorns just saw it out for them.
It did, yeah. It was a game of two halves, in fairness. It was. Right, with 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Let's see who just defends.
Philly Morrison, the smallest man on the pitch, again throwing his body weight around and finishing his player on the back.
I don't think he has any mirrors in his house. Okay, so
sloppy play there.
Here we go again. Yeah, it's okay. Run across the pitch. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll happily let him run across the pitch. And
straight in from Matthew Toohey as well makes it a big drive back.
Yeah, I could think of better players to run into now.
Yeah, I could think of many better players. It's the last 2 minutes of the game now. There's a kick through. Matt's going to get his hands on the ball and let's see what he can do. Go straight over. There we go. And he's off. Yes.
That guy's got wheels.
He's got wheels.
Matt has got wheels.
He's got to look out.
Oh, he finished it one under the post.
Fantastic finish. As you said, he's just looking to get his hands on the ball, and when he does, he's able to explode.
A nice, gracious gymnastic tumble there to finish with a celebration. Lovely.
It's all about the show.
Yeah, he's a showman, Matt Connolly, and you can see that there. Finish a try out for 70 yards. Do a tumble. What more do you want?
Yeah, well, he's more than entitled to a tumble.
Nah, that was excellent play there. You don't wear green boots if you're not fast.
You'd have to, you have to be fast wearing those boots.
Yeah, we were only talking about the threat of him on the outside earlier. He's like serious threat. Every time he's got his hand on the ball, he's really threatened that English winger.
Oh, he has, yeah. They're well matched. The two boys are very well matched now. And he's after getting Fiach another 10 metres in from where he crossed the try line, so
I think that might just see out the half. If not, we might just have one more set afterwards.
Try scored by number 2, Matt Connolly.
just unlucky there with Fiach. It's fairly soft over there, so the foot could have easily got stuck in a softer area.
Ireland 8, England 16.
Yeah, it was a difficult conversion in fairness, and the footing on the underfoot, the pitch underfoot, just it's difficult to kick off in fairness.
It is. It's very soft. The whole pitch is very soft with the torrential rain we've had for the last week here in Dublin. So yeah, look, it's a great way to end the half.
Yeah, I think.
I was expecting a cameo. But you have to do it for the next one as well.
Do you have to do it the next?
No, for the bar. Let's go to the bar.
I have to do the next game as well.
Have it? Oh, jeez.
Don't know how I got roped into this. No problem. How's it going anyway?
Okay, so we'll be back for the second half. The team's going to take a 10-minute break and then we'll be back. The scores are currently
You alright for sound? Can you hear each other? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have a Harry Tyson to start off for the English boys, kick it into the English or the Irish half. Ireland are playing with a strong breeze from left to right, so let's see how we go.
Just having to read through the comments here. Paul, interesting. Just having to read through the comments here, Paul.
Yeah, I can hear it. Yeah. Okay, with Patrick Anglin back on now at hooker. Again, another sniping run, getting him up almost to the halfway line. Fake Miller now stepping into his role.
Yeah, it's a nice set there to start off this half. Was he in touch?
Yeah.
Questionable.
Questionable is right. Again, touch judge is down there, so he has the best view now. So
Yeah, they have the best view. And so we're just reading some of the comments here in the thing and looking for Samuel Geiler to give her a shout out from Australia. And geez, that's impressive to see that we're reaching Australia. It's hard to believe people are actually listening to me down there, to be honest.
I think Carol Guilfoyle says hi as well. So
Yeah, when your mum is watching, you know you've met it. Yeah.
You're at the pinnacle.
Yeah, you.
It's a great tackle there by the three Irish boys. Again, they got the offload though. Again, Jack O'Sullivan getting involved. Emma Bannahan making Sam Cullen jumping over. Two boys. Hold him up.
He gets the offload.
Yeah, and we have to get the knock on, do we?
We'll take that.
We'll
take that. Yeah.
Great scramble in defence again.
Great scramble.
Conor Creevy and Sam Cullen, he's off again with the ball.
Shane Kelly did really well there to bounce that ball.
He's just flying up.
Shore up the ball. And
that's some great defence now by the boys, getting the ball out.
it's good to see Kevin Varga get into the game. We haven't seen much from really on that right hand edge, but it's good to see him get into the game there with a carry early in the half.
Yeah, absolutely. Another really strong ball runner. He'll take that ball and he'll go straight through anyone if he gets a chance. So see Patrick Anglin looking to see what his options are. Emma Bannahan with the offload. Just
forced it.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, Kevin is another one. He's studying and playing over in Leeds. So again, and all the experience he's getting last year playing for Leeds Beckett is crucial for him. Again, a great player
as well. One man worth mentioning when we mention Kevin Varga is definitely his dad Paul, who does unbelievable amount of work for Rugby League Ireland, and it can't be questioned the effort he puts in, driving buses, driving teams, putting out cones, collecting cones, doing the jobs you don't get many thanks for.
Yeah, Paul is the epitome of a club man. He's very, very good. Any job, big or small, he's the one. Go collects guys from the airport and they're going to college. Just
short on the outside again.
We have a whistle before the ball was passed.
I think it was
it's crossing. Yeah.
Look, I didn't see much, but we'll take it. Yeah. We're not going to complain.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, certainly up here I thought let off there for the Irish lads, and
yeah, it was, but it's all part of the game. The crossing he was done, so we have the ball. We're 25 metres out, and Emma's taking the ball into contact.
That's it. Maybe we need something like that though, because in the first half, I remember down that the right hand corner there, the England threw a silly pass underneath his legs, and Ireland got into the game on back of their mistake. Maybe that's what they needed this half, just to kickstart them into the game. 4 minutes in, silly error, Ireland get into the game, and Patrick Anglin again taking a big carry. Seeing all 5 English defenders there, which is excellent work.
Yeah, absolutely, leaving one in his wake, just recovering now. Shane Kelly goes Kevin again.
You can see the experience of Shane Kelly there, running at the loose defender, maybe hoping to draw a penalty, but England just weren't really biting at it. And it was great work though, because they got easy yards on the outside and on that edge.
Yeah, absolutely. Shane is on the receiving end of some fairly hefty tackles this season, so he's well averse to getting a penalty or two. Little dab through from kick.
It's a good kick. It's going to hold it from the end zone, and he can get it. I think he got it down. I think that was Joseph McDonough that just pounced on that. Again, as we said, that on the back of an English mistake up in this top left hand corner, we get a try similar to the first half. Maybe hopefully we can bounce on from that.
Absolutely, a great work and a lovely little kick through by Fiach Millward. Just stopping it almost on that dead ball line. They see the cones. That's the dead ball line for today. So yeah, great bit of passage to play, and as I said earlier on, nice bit of a let off English mistake. Ireland try
scored by number 4 Joseph McDonough.
There's the aforementioned Paul Vargas standing behind Fiach as he kicks it. He'll gather the tea, give Fiach a drink, and it's all the small things that he does day in and day out for Rugby League Ireland.
And conversion successful by number 7, Fiach Milward. And the scores are now Ireland 12, England 16. The scores are now Ireland 14, England 16.
It's interesting to just read through the comments here in the Facebook stream, see where everyone's listening from. A lot of people in Hull and Siddle around them areas reading it, so it's good to see.
Absolutely, a strong Irish contingent obviously over there, and there's the English are getting the ball from a knock on. So without stating the obvious, if we can keep this ball out, get our set going.
It's a nice ball at the back, and again getting a 3-on-2 and a hands off the back. Excellent tackle there from Sam Cullen. Excellent tackle. 2-on-1. Don't know how he managed it, but he did. It was like a little magician there in the corner to pull that ball out of the English player.
He did well, yeah. 1-on-1 tackle, ripped the ball out. So yeah, great covering. Referees are having a bit of a discussion now. Scrum Ireland, excellent.
Yeah, it was excellent defence there from Sam on the outside. You would have backed the English player to score every day, but Sam somehow managed it.
Yeah, Sam was announced on the senior 22-man squad, just missing out on his senior game against Italy later on today. But yeah, it's great. Everyone on this team are playing right on their skin, and it's great. Let's see Owen Creeby now after coming on the wing here.
Yeah, another young buck, and I know you're going back there to saying Sam missing out, but to get that experience of being in the senior side is phenomenal at his age. To play with some of the players like Tyrone McCarthy and train with them that have been in grand finals, which is excellent.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyrone especially. Now, that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You put him down. It was a strong tackle, but shows who stands up and taking an early carry there and getting it's a strong carry there from Denny and managing to stay in his front. I'd like to see Owen Creeby getting the ball here now and just see what he can do, because he's fresh and he's young, he's eager. So
yeah, he's a great man under the high ball. He's about 6'4", I think it is. So like you kick a ball up high, he's taking it out of the sky. There we go.
And there we go. Yes, Wheels. He's getting inside that English winger.
Yeah.
If that ball just sits in,
we'll take him.
You know what? That's okay. That's okay. As in, just a finish inside the English 10. Well, it's probably the 15 considering the pitch is shortened. So it's an excellent finish.
Yeah, absolutely. You see the Irish line speed again up, only giving him a couple of metres. I didn't see what the whistle was for, did you, Ryan?
No, I didn't see much. I presume it was a high tackle the way the English physio was treating the player, but I didn't see much up here, to be honest. There was a lot of players around that tackle, so it's hard to know. I suppose the referee has the best seat in the house, isn't he? He's only 10 yards away from the action. We're about
absolutely.
50.
I see another Rugby League Ireland stalwart, Tony Dale, is watching this as well. Again, a man who's heavily involved with the Athboy and with Rugby League in itself. Another guy just lives and breathes Rugby League in Ireland here.
Yeah, Toady is a beating heart of Athboy, only sent him up this year, and he's a man that's really put in a lot of effort into Rugby League Ireland, lives and breathes it, and it's good to see that he's watching us here.
Absolutely.
And you know what, this game is more a celebration of the Irish domestic game when you think of it, as in, of course we'd like to get the result, we're only 2 points behind, but it just shows how far a lot of these players have come up in the last couple of years, playing in in front of a big crowd here in Morton tonight, and it's great to see that in the international window that some of these domestic players can showcase what they have, and you never know, maybe go on to bigger and better things and press on to the senior team, hopefully now that we've qualified for the 2021 World Cup.
Well, yeah, I'd be hoping that some of these guys here would be definitely challenging for positions in that World Cup squad. I can't see why they won't be. There's some great talent out there all across the pitch, so yeah, let's hope. I just see the Irish senior team now after arriving.
Yeah, they're coming in, and definitely as in mood will be high in the camp after having the week off and getting the victory against a feisty Spanish side, if you like. And I know there was a lot of controversy that went on, but it was great to get the win, qualify for the World Cup, and now we can enjoy the celebrations, hopefully get a win against the Italians tonight here at home in Morton.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, there was something with the Spanish setup, but look, that's in the past, and you always look forward to the next game rather than dwell on what was behind. And yeah, look, it's going to be a cracker of a game against Italy.
It's good there to see the English winger on his feet after a knock to the head. As much as rugby is, it's only a game, and it's great to see that he's on his feet and he's walking and he's okay.
Absolutely, and I've spoken to a few of the English players earlier on today, and really nice guys. All they want to do is play and represent their country.
And play restarts out. England playing into kind of the drier side, if you like, in this half, and it's probably the easier side of the pitch to play, considering the conditions.
Yeah, absolutely. When the English try was scored right in that muckier corner, so that they got some good washing detergent for those jerseys. Great!
Excellent hit there from Shane Kelly.
Yeah, Lachatui's.
And he's up there again.
No, it's actually Shane Kelly, yeah. Shane Kelly.
Again, if we go back, the two smallest lads in the pitch have put on the two biggest hits in the whole game between Phil Morrison and Shane Kelly. It's been excellent work.
Two huge big hits for the two men.
I haven't played with Shane myself, have to say he's an excellent player. The experience he shows, and he's been around the game a long time, and it's really shown there today, his calmness on the ball and ability to just calm things down, speed it up when needed, but also keep the guys under control. Yeah,
he's a great motivational talker as well. At the training sessions, he's the guy gathering in the team and talking to them and getting them motivated. Now we're running out.
I haven't played with Shane myself, I have to say.
Patrick Anglin just directing traffic now. That's another couple of yards in the contact. Matthew, another strong runner, avoiding the first, getting those extra few yards.
Yeah, we'll take them. Get out of our half, and
yeah, look, it's a great set. There's Patrick sniping again.
Maybe that's a tactic that the Irish have used, because they took Patrick off quite early in the first half, brought Phil on that was quite fresh, and it always works if you have two fresh halfbacks.
Bit of a late hit there on field. So the referee is saying it. Yeah, a late hit.
Yeah, it's a late hit, and it's again, 15 yards out from the English try line. As in, if you're watching the stream, it's actually the cones that are the try line, not the goalposts. The pitch was shortened because of the conditions underfoot here, and we want to preserve the pitch for the Senior World Cup qualifier at 7 p.m. So if you're watching the game, it is actually the 10-metre line.
That's where the boys are standing, is the try line, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so as in, just to be aware of that on the stream if you've just joined us.
And we'll take a little slip, but did well, found his front. It's Kevin Varga taking the ball on. Again, the Irish boys need to be kind of running onto the ball more. They're kind of standing still. There's Ewan Tiernan, very, very strong ball carrier. We're stacking over on the left-hand side. A little bit of a forced pass, but okay, the referee's awarded a knock on.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Paul.
neither am I. We'll take it.
Yeah, we'll
You know,
yeah, but
yeah.
I'm not complaining.
Yeah.
I didn't see it. Doesn't mean it didn't happen. But I just.
Oh no, I touched.
Yeah, look, it's an Irish ball, and that's we'll take it. Absolutely take it.
Yeah, definitely. It's definitely in good ball territory, and
What's the crack here? Come on. Okay, they couldn't have found a more muddier part of the pitch, but we have possession of the ball, so Matty, true. Shane takes it in.
a little bit flat there in attack, and just hopefully settle it down and get into the middle of the pitch and give
Yeah, and
options
there's-
both sides.
And there's you now again, an English-based player for playing here, but he's taking that ball on that pace.
Patrick gives a nice ball out the fake at the back, and again fake giving it to Kevin Varga, and
Again,
he's
Kevin.
just a yard away from just losing the
that
ball
wasn't
in the
ripped,
tackle,
no.
but we'll take the
He's
strip.
taking the strip. Yeah, two in the tackle. He's taking two in the tackle. He's taking that. A lot of penalties have been conceded by the English boys inside their 10-metre line. Last half and now in this half again.
Yeah, they're quite disciplined in every other part of the pitch. It's just around the 10 metres out from the try line,
I
and
see fullback Sam Cullen taking a goal.
probably making life hard for themselves, giving themselves repeat sets.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, once it's a green ball, we'll take that. No, he's got to
ball just
gather
goes
it.
back
Right
to his claims for a knock on, but it just goes
Patrick
back, and Patrick Anglin carrying the ball in.
Now, quick ball received here.
He's going to just have another word with England. Again, discipline around this 10 metres out has just been questionable for England.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the hand signal to see what this is for, but
Again, I don't know if you can see in the stream, but the rain is just starting to fall here in Morton Stadium, and it's making conditions extremely tough. It's a wet pitch already. Ball is slippy, and it's going to just make conditions really
there's
tough.
a knock on for an Irish hand. The ball again just comes out way too low, and trying to catch him with the boot
England
laces.
getting cheered on by their large travelling support here as they try to exit their half, and I'd say they were glad to see off that Irish pressure. Ireland were just getting on the ball, but as we go into the next, probably the last 30 minutes of this half, it's going to be slippy, ball's going to be messy, it's going to be extremely wet.
Yeah, that rain is coming down quite heavy now, so
Yeah, it's greasy. Thankfully we're under the stand now. It might be cold, but we're under the stand, so it's not too bad. Just again,
0, back to top.
again
Just lost the
another
ball in
turnover.
contact. Yeah.
I think that could be common in this game, as in just a lot of knock-ons, and a slippy ball could be difficult.
Oh, again, another unforced error, just taking the eyes off the ball.
I think we could record ourselves and just play it for the next 30 minutes. I think this is what we're going to be in for. It's going to just be sloppy rugby.
It's looking like that.
Hopefully not, though, because it's been an excellent first 60 minutes of rugby here in Morton Stadium.
Yeah, for a player, the conditions were great. Maybe a little bit windy, but it's dry, or it was dry.
Again, just looking at the comments, as in we now have Linda Alberts down in South Africa watching Tom Sowerby for England, which is it's great to see, as in both sides getting to watch either their friends or family around the world get to see them perform on the live stream and play here today, because it's not too common you get to see live rugby league in Ireland.
It's not, no, and as far as rugby league games go, this is a very good game. Both teams are giving it everything they can.
Yeah, it's evenly matched.
Again, numbers on the left-hand side, they're not looking up.
It's just a little bit short, maybe getting stuck, and legs are getting heavy. It's going to be difficult, but when you think of it, it's only a conversion separating the sides, and
That's it, and Ireland have completed or stopped the English set now, so we're getting the ball back. And Patrick Anglin is down on a knee.
just take the the sting out of the English attack, if we can just take a couple of minutes here, get our breath, as in a tactical breather, if you like.
Yeah, I'd say someone, especially the forwards, needed at this stage. It's been pretty hectic. We just need to complete this set.
Exactly, it's imperative just to complete the set, as in no silly errors around this half, because as in it's going to be difficult to get out given the conditions. So if we can just hold on to the ball and complete a set. But excellent defence there for England, driving Ireland over for a goal line dropout. So
Yeah,
it's there's something I missed there. I don't know if you've seen that, Paul. As in,
no,
it seemed like a cracking tackle there for England, but
it did. Maybe they dragged him too far back. Maybe a call held forehand. And the English have, after going over the ball, after stripping the tackle, stripping the ball.
Yeah, again
It's confirmed between the touch judge and the referee.
Yeah, a try has been awarded. We'll hold our breath.
We'll hold it. Yeah. I have to say it's against the run of play, Ryan. I think that the Irish boys have been the better team.
He awards it.
Yeah.
We held our breath. Unfortunately, he awarded it in the end.
Yeah, as I said, against the run of play.
It's kind of this period of the game where the bench is really going to come to the fore, and it's going to really determine the outcome of this game, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there's some tired legs out there. The guys have been out there for the whole game so far. So as the rain absolutely pours down now. I don't know if you can hear it at home, but you can hear the rain actually bouncing off the shelter that we're in. We're kind of quite grateful to be in under this, Ryan.
Oh, definitely. It's really pounding off the stand here, Morton, and as in it's torrential rain coming down, and it's the conditions didn't put the England half back up there at all.
No, it was a fantastic strike straight into the wind and to the rain. I'm just looking over to the right hand side of the pitch there, and our lonely photographer Mark Milward is sitting under his green umbrella.
The scores are now Ireland 14, England 22.
Yeah, the photographer can be a lonely job down there in the bottom corner, but somehow, hopefully he gets some nice shots.
Oh, I'm sure he does. Mark takes quite a lot of pictures for Rugby League Ireland, so yeah, he will be.
Again, it must be mentioned that Rugby League Ireland is a voluntary organisation, and even the photographer there standing out in the rain, that it's voluntary of all of what he does.
Yeah,
it's incredible
voluntary.
to see.
Yeah.
Again, it's a nice scoot there from the England 9, and just to get around the two markers and get a nice couple of 10 easy yards for himself. And again, just around that marker area seems to be a little bit weak. I don't know if they're overcompensating for the outside defence or.
Yeah, it's a high testing ball at the full back.
Sam deals it
well
well.
done, he did. Yeah, he got down.
You could see the confidence as he came to take that ball. It was just never in doubt.
Yeah, he did well. I think self-preservation kicked in as well, and he ducked under the tackle for 2 or 3 of the English boys. So
again, Sam was one of them players that actually played 9 for the under-19s, and is kind of slowly went out to full back and has really progressed there in the last while for the Irish club side.
Yeah, he was hooky there for the European Championships last year, and he's gone into the full back role now. So yeah, look, it's great. All the boys are out there. They can play a couple of positions each, so that's what you need.
Definitely. And
oh,
kick just didn't get much yards,
again,
but it might fall nicely for Owen, and he moved on to that well.
He took it very, very well. Those long arms gathering the ball back up.
You know what? We'll give it to Fake. We'll say he meant it.
Yeah, absolutely, straight off the game plan, and another kick and tackle. It's Jack O'Sullivan making a big hit.
Yeah, the English winger there, Pascal, dealing with that well. He's had a good game all day, but just a little bit of cramp, I think, and you know that heavy pitch is really going to take its toll.
I do it, of course it will, yeah, and especially over in that corner where he is. Kudos to Jack O'Sullivan came up on that tackle real quick and put pressure on him.
Again, as we have a break and play, we should mention that again, if you've just tuned into us, that the score is currently sitting with England 22, Ireland 14 here at this international friendly between the Irish domestic clubs team and the England Lions under 23s, with the Ireland senior team taking on Italy in the crucial World Cup qualifier stage, with coverage starting at 6:45 this evening, live on our Facebook page.
That was a good 10 metres, mate. What a good strong run and pops.
Yeah, Tom Sarabee showing nice footwork there, and still on the ball, and actually manages to get the outside, but Owen Creevy was wise to that.
He was, yeah. Himself and Kevin Varga there, two of them had him well shepherded.
The experience of the English side just starting to show its toll, but you know what, I still fancy Ireland. There's 15 minutes left. Never write them off. I think a couple of strong players that come off the bench, and I think we definitely have it. It's only 8 points.
Yeah, it's a very small margin again.
And the game of rugby league is a lot about momentum.
Looking for gaps, and there doesn't seem to be any from an Irish perspective, which is great. Leonard Patrick Anglin making a great tackle to stop him. Again with numbers again. There's Creevy down again. And it's kicked through. Oh wait,
the referee's not having any of it though.
No, he's not. No, their touch judge as well is coming up. He's on the 10 metre line, which signifies there's no try.
You can see now the crowd is starting to build slowly for the game at 7 o'clock, and I think it's probably one of the biggest crowds I've seen in Morton Stadium for an Irish international, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a great crowd out. It's a great crowd of people. They're all well wrapped up though. I was told this game was a summer sport, but ain't too summery right now.
Yeah, it was sold to me as well, but I don't know, do we have a summer in Ireland? I'm not too sure.
There's a Wednesday sometime in August I think was quite warm, but
yeah, that was the height of it, I think.
Pretty much.
And that rain doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. You wouldn't put your dog in it, to be honest. It's horrible weather.
Nice little show there by Shane Kelly.
England looking for a forward pass, but the game plays on with Patrick Anglin taking the ball at the ruck now, and Ewan Tiernan getting another ruck. A man that's probably gone a little bit quiet there in the last 5 minutes, but a nice carry there from Ewan and finding his front. The Coventry Bears man really working hard.
Yeah. There's Paul Bulger again taking a big strong run, getting the yards that's needed. We're lining up on the ear side and looking for the ball.
It's good. Ireland starting to up the pace a little bit to play the ball, which is good to see, because late in this game sometimes the play the ball can slow down and game can get a little bit scrappy, but Ireland are holding on to it quite well, bar a period of 5 to 10 minutes earlier in the first half.
Yeah.
Ken Owen making a step inside, beating the first defender. He's really been electric since he come on.
Oh, he has, yeah. Again, 19s and 17s player, just it's a good kick now.
Excellent kick there.
Is Bulger on it? Is Bulger?
It's going to bounce. It's just gone all over the place. No one really knows where that was going to go, but you know, if we can get a repeat set here, we'll take it.
Oh, great stuff.
Yeah, that was excellent work there from the Ireland defence.
Lovely kick in by Shane Kelly, lovely weight on it. Paul Bulger and Jack O'Sullivan competing for the ball, and
maybe the touch has just seen something we haven't.
yeah.
It was just a knock on there, so it's a scrum to England. I was to let off for them there because Ireland weren't going to be in good ball territory there after that
you would
dropout.
have fancied your chances now if it was an Irish ball where we are now.
But you know, with the weather conditions, it's very difficult. You're nearly playing against 14 defenders there with that weather conditions. It's going to be extremely difficult.
It is, yeah. Again, everything is wet. So, and again, the wind seems to have died down, and the rain now. So
the cold certainly hasn't.
The cold certainly hasn't, that's for sure. It's quite a warm commentary box over our shoulder we could be sitting in. There's the two Longhorn players, Kevin Warrigan and Owen Creevy, holding him up. Good hit by Emmett there, just slowing him down.
Finally there, it's a common occurrence we've seen there with that, the kind of the tip tackle. That's the third penalty we've seen in that game.
Yeah,
So
he's actually lifted the foot, kind of more like in frustration, I think now. Yeah. So it's just.
It's important Ireland stay calm though, and I'd say that's the message coming from the sideline, is that's probably going to be the important thing, that their chance will come.
Yeah, you're looking to the older heads to keep it calm.
It's a nice switch back underneath and catching Aaron Cole on the outside.
Yeah, but running straight into Emmett Banahan, so he's going to make no distance there. Oh, good hands, in fairness, for the English boy.
It's a good hands. He'll happily surrender after holding on.
He
will,
that. Yeah. I think Patrick came in to make sure he was staying where he was, though.
Yeah, to be fair, if he was going to get up there, he was going to run straight into Patrick Anglin. I'd probably surrender myself.
Yeah, you'd self-preservation kicks in there at that stage. Again, a big, strong run from the interchange prop.
Have an injury there, I think. Not sure who, but it's a head injury, I think. Isn't just a clash of heads there, isn't just down?
Yeah, I can't see who it is now. It's Patrick Anglin.
Yes.
The arms, the arm coverings.
I think he just took a knock to the head in that tackle there. He's probably just throwing his head where you probably wouldn't throw your hands in that situation just to keep the England away.
Absolutely not. No.
Jack Reynolds for the England centre, number 3, is getting a lot of compliments on his chest here in the live stream. Whatever they think that is so nice about that, we'll have to have a good look at that now and see what the story is, Paul.
Maybe after the game we'll get him to have a look.
I'll let you do that. Again, wherever you are in the world, thanks for tuning in to us here at Rugby League Ireland. We've a lot of viewers across in England, Australia and in Ireland itself, and just looking here at Wakefield, we've Leeds, a lot of different places watching, which is great to see, and it's a great celebration for Rugby League in Ireland, and it's great to see that a lot of people say sometimes, as in when you're playing in front of these crowds and on live streams, that it can be a lot of pressure, but as a player it's a privilege to play in front of a live stream and in front of these crowds.
Yeah, absolutely, but to be honest, those guys on the pitch, I don't think they're even too conscious of the cameras that are on them. They'll hear the guys in the crowd, but they'll go back and they'll watch this themselves on YouTube or whatever the links we can get to see. So I just hope Patrick is okay. They're spending quite a lot of time down with him.
Yeah, I suppose they're going to take their time with a head injury. There's no point risking it.
No, after all, and as you said, it's a game. Yeah, it's only a game. So let's hope Patrick is okay.
Exactly, and at the end of the day, of course, we want to win, but it's important to remember that it is only a game. It's there to be enjoyed, and sometimes that can be taken out of context sometimes. But as you can see here, a lot of rivalry between Ireland and England, but it's been played in great spirits. The fans have had great fun here, and it's great to see. Especially rugby's probably the only game you'd see where they can have a beer in the pitch, for a bit of slagging going in the touchline here between the fans. But it's great to see it, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like as I said, I was speaking to a couple of the English boys earlier on, and they're just all delighted to be here and to be playing. That's all they want. There's Patrick walked off now.
It's good to see him on his feet, but he's been shepherded off there by some medical support. So hopefully he'll be okay, and hopefully it's nothing too serious. He'll probably get a HIA now.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a very brave tackle, in fairness. It was Jacob Moore and Strange. Now here they go into the corner. Oh, Creevy underneath him, 7 him up. Just slipped off the tackle and scores. You see how much that try means to the English boys. Look, they're all...
Yeah, I'd say they were happy with that, just to get a little bit of breathing space, because Ireland were down their neck for a good period of this game.
Oh, absolutely. The English just seem to be a lot more clinical, in around the 15-20 metres out from the try line. They seem to be getting returns every time we get there, whereas we're just maybe that little bit naive or not as aggressive in our ball carrying.
Yeah, I think the exposure to the game itself helps. Like, these guys are playing rugby league week in, week out. I know our domestic season has improved here, but again, it's only really 5 teams in the Southern Conference, and then the Northern Conference we only really had 3 teams, and that kind of whittled down at times. So it's difficult to get guys playing week in, week out rugby league.
Oh, absolutely. And the guys, like a lot of the Irish boys who are playing domestically, wouldn't have that many games under your belt. I'm sure some of the English boys probably had more games at rugby league at under 11s than we have had at this stage. So again, it's just a credit to the Rugby League Ireland that are trying to grow the game, and they are giving the English lads a good run for their money. As this team went to, I think it was Featherstone or Keelfie earlier on this year, and the average age was 22. So that's...
And managed to get a win there as well.
Managed to get a win, yeah. So, it's the future's good. It's looking bright.
Creating history as well, has probably been one of the only Irish sides to get a win on English territory against an English side as well, which was Morton mentioning.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. It was a great win. It was a great night afterwards, seemingly.
The conversion just skews off there to the right hand
side.
Difficult for a left hand footer.
Very, very difficult.
Conversion unsuccessful. The scores are now Ireland 14, England 22.
It's great to see some of the Ireland under 16s being involved in the game, bringing out the tee, doing ball boys, and get everybody involved.
Scores are now England 26, Ireland 14.
Steve Hogan to do a change in the scoreboard. Change a bit late. Yeah, you just kind of forget the score sometimes, don't you, when you're going on there? It's difficult.
You've many hats on tonight, right?
Yeah, we've many hats on. In fairness, Steve Hogan's inside the commentary box there. He has about 14 laptops, and he's trying to do match reports, trying to do scoreboards, and again, it just shows us there's probably just a handful of people doing numerous jobs.
Oh yeah, like Steve has been involved for years. There's Sam out with the ball again, Galler as well. Steve is another one who is just so committed to Rugby League Ireland, and the amount of work that he puts in and day out. He was here till 9 o'clock last night, making sure the pitches were marked.
Game probably wouldn't have went ahead without him.
It wouldn't have. Absolutely, it would not have went without him.
Like, there was question marks over it earlier on whether it would go ahead or not. Like, if there was no Steve Hogan in the equation, it wouldn't have went ahead at all.
No, not a chance of it.
Jack O'Sullivan just taking a carry there into the middle of the pitch, and Phil Morrison back on, and I'm sure Phil will be raring to go after taking a break there for a bit. And it's a nice kick there for Fake just to finish that set, and it's going to find a bit of grass.
Yeah.
How it bounced to Philly, and he gets it. Maybe just forced it a little bit too much, but at the end of the day, it was the last tackle he had to.
He did, yeah, and there was some good support play as well. Again, one of the smaller lads on the pitch getting up the highs to collect that ball, and yeah, it's a great kick from Fake again.
it just shows when you play with that little bit of intensity. Sometimes you just do get the bounce of the ball, and when you play at that 100-mile-an-hour pace, you just get the rub of the green like Phil did there.
Yeah.
Again, if you're watching on the live stream, let us know where you're watching from. It's great to see people from all around the world tuning in to Rugby League Ireland. The main event is on at 7 p.m. this evening, with Ireland taking on Italy in the World Cup qualifier here at Morton Stadium. Coverage will start at 6:45.
Let's go cover tackle there from Sean O'Sullivan. So from Matthew Tui making a big hit. The Irish line speed has been quite good. They're coming up every time in a nice unison line, so making it difficult for the English boys to go through. There's a knock on again. A great hit.
It's just getting a little bit of messy now, and just getting a little bit away from Ireland. Of course they have to push, but it's just a little bit messy.
Yeah. It's an English ball player. I think lost the ball in contact there, so it should be a scrum feed for Ireland. See if he's looking around for his options. Kevin Varga with his equally impressive yellow boots now, looking to get a carry, little slip pass, go through the legs.
And again, Sam there to shore it up. He's actually done really well at cleaning up a lot of sloppy errors there, and Sam's really come to the fore. He's had a really good game, to be fair to him.
He has, yeah. It's not an easy position where he is full back on a night like this, but he's doing well. Adrian Tiernan wrapped up well and dumped to the ground unceremoniously, but it's a big bloke. He'll be alright.
Yeah, it'll take a lot to put Ewan down, trust me.
Yeah. Oh, and Jack O'Sullivan spinning out of a lovely tackle.
If you had seen him at Scotland at the Four Nations with the students, that man was a broken man. He was nearly drawn to tears against Wales in the last game. He'd put his body through so much, so a tackle like that won't be much to knock Ewan down.
Oh, great
Judge
kick
to perfection.
See, Jack is after getting a knock there now after that tackle, so that the physio was going to, but they ignored it and just kept going.
He's a big lad, Jack, in fairness, for a young lad. He's thrown his body weight around, really shown what he's capable of in this first. I think this is his first game at this level, I think, Jack, isn't it?
Yeah, it's his first game with the 13 side. Yeah, I said he's played in Serbia with the under-19s last year. Plays with Gloucester now. Yeah.
Him, Fake, and Paul Bulger, I think.
Yeah, he's the touch judge he's trying to contact him on the radio there. Yeah, we got that one right. We did.
Yeah,
we saw that one.
Yeah, we got that one. We haven't seen much else, to be honest.
No.
I don't know if you could call what we're doing commentating or just having a conversation, but we're giving it a go anyway.
Well, we are just see Wayne Kerr after coming onto the field there now to have a man with a huge amount of experience in rugby league.
Went to the World Cup with Ireland from Carlow. Unbelievable man for Rugby League Ireland, as in probably has the best name in rugby league as well. But but Wayne is just, for Rugby League Ireland, it's great to have these guys under his belt.
Oh, it is. Like him in your corner, he has such a vast amount of experience in the game. Nice little step by Fake crashing towards the line.
Did he get it?
Referee's right on it. When he quick ball out, it's gone.
Phil just burrows himself over. Did he get it down? He's just held up.
Worth a try.
Just hoping to burrow himself under that tackle, and that was excellent footwork there from Fake to just get that half gap. But again, it's just that final little edge that we just can't seem to get over the line.
Yeah, the English are, in fairness, they're doing well with their defence at the moment, and
be nice to finish the game out here with a try, though.
Yeah, there's still
again, it's another excellent kick, probably just a little bit hard.
It was, but
and that's it. Is it disappointing way to end? I suppose would have been nice to finish on a try, but
yeah, it would.
You know what? It was It was a tough contest and it was a tight contest. Scoreline probably doesn't reflect how close the game was, to be honest.
Yeah, it was a very good contest. You know, you don't know what you're going to expect. You know, when you come up against an English side like this, and I think our boys did very well.
Yeah, and I suppose, Paul, that's for us for this half of the game. I hope you enjoyed us here today, and thanks for joining me, Paul. We're going to be back on here at 6:45 for Ireland taking on Italy in the World Cup qualifier. We will announce the teams on the social media pages, so if you stay tuned. The game will be live on our Facebook page right here for Rugby League Ireland. It was a great contest here today. It was great to see such a huge crowd of both English and Irish supporters, and hopefully we see the same for the next game. So thanks a million for joining me, Paul.
That'll be all right. Thank you.
Well done, boys.
Well done, lads.